Good morning, beautiful people. Happy October 22nd. Hold on. First, I want to give a shout out to my two cousins, Gayla and Nikita. Today is their birthday. They are twin cousins in the sense that one was born in the morning to one aunt and one was born later on to another aunt in the same hospital on the same day. So we call them the twins. So happy birthday to you both. Happy birthday to my girl Lish. Today is her birthday and we are going to go out and celebrate. She still hasn't said where she wants to go. I gave her a couple of ideas, but it's just totally up to her what she wants to do for a birthday. And then happy birthday also to one of my besties I really don't talk about much, but her name is Jackie. She is 4 days older than me, Dr. Jackie. And we started off playing kickball together. We got real tight. She moved to Florida, but she's up here for about 6 months as an interim director. So you'll probably see her maybe Sunday when we go tailgate. And you'll be introduced to Dr. Jackie. Well, first, I need to put some lotion on. I got some stuff that I do. Okay, let me tell y'all. Baby, this lotion right here, and I got the cream too. This lotion is everything. This lotion to me is better than Eucerin or Nivea or any of that. This lotion, and this is not advertised because it's actually from the company that displaced me and then called me back. One of the companies. This is Originals by Africa's Ultimate Originals Moisturizing Body Lotion, Cocoa Butter, and Shea Butter Lotion for extra dry skin. Baby, whenever I say this lotion is everything, I turned everybody on to this lotion. And I think I got my 3 bottles in there left, but I be trying to get every little bit I can out of it before I pop open a new. Because, baby, this lotion, I need to put some on my feet, but I'm going to go and get a pedicure today. This lotion, do y'all see that gleam? Y'all probably can't see it. Let me put on some cream. But anywho, so today is kind of a solemn day, but I'm okay. I'm okay because I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed about it last night. I actually slept pretty well with the exception of having to get up and go to the bathroom to pee a lot because I drank a lot of water. But I'm okay. Let me tell you why I'm okay. So this is this lotion and cream. Everything. It's not sponsored. They're not paying me for this. I just want to put my girls up on game. So, Montego passed yesterday. And they haven't announced it to the masses, I don't think, because I haven't seen any post on her Facebook or anything like that. But I got word that she is finally in her final beauty rest. So I thank God for her. I thank God for her life and the impact that she had on me and so many people. if you knew Miss Bay, if you knew Miss Montego Bay Brooks, we call her Montego Bay because of Montego Bay, but her name is Montego Brooks. If you knew her, then you knew a woman that was fun, crazy, loud, the epitome of unfiltered, but also loving and kind. She was a Cancer, so you know she was sensitive, and she was a freaking amazing mother. When I say she was the mother that she's younger than me. She wasn't even 50. I think she was 48, 49. But she's the type of mother that I should have and still aspire to be. She had her kids young. I think she had her son. Her son and my daughter were girlfriend, boyfriend in the 5th grade, and they went together for 2 years. My daughter is like her mother. When she gets in a relationship, long term. So they started elementary school, 5th grade to 7th grade, her and Monte was together. So she never missed a game. She never missed anything. She's always big up in her children. She spoiled them. She was a single mother, and she spoiled them rotten. They wanted for nothing. She sacrificed everything for them. She was the team mother. She was, her daughter is so smart and so intelligent, went to school, got her degree, and her mom was just, Montego was an amazing mother, and she was an amazing person. And heaven has truly gotten an angel. God chose one of the best. So to you, Miss Montego, you're no longer in pain. You fought cancer for so many years, and you always smiled. And you were just a beautiful spirit that blessed this earth. And this earth is missing a beautiful soul. Take your final rest, baby girl. So that's that. On a more happier note, I have to give a major shout out to my girl Bridget, Miss B, my big sis out of Cali, who has spoiled me ever since she started watching my channel. Let me tell y'all something. There are certain subscribers that we have, and I love each and every one of you. Love you guys, love you guys, love you guys. But there are certain subscribers that just, there are no words for them. And that's Bridget out of Cali. Bridget, as she always say, your big six from Cali. Lost her business during the fires and just started sending people clothes that she had left over. She sent something to me. She sent something to Kim. She's just an encouraging person. She sends me emails, encouraging me. She's just a beautiful spirited person. And so Miss Bridget, Miss B, has sent me a gift. So I'm going to open this gift up with my beautiful people. So let me tilt this down here. And let's see what Miss B has gotten me. I guess this kicks off my birthday 3 days early. Let's see. Bridget. 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 You know how much I love flowers, girl. And these forever flowers. Thank you, sister. 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 Just a little note to say. Thank you, sister. Thank you for my eternal blooms, Bridget. Thank you. Gotta find somewhere special to place them. And it matches. Look, you guys, it matches. Just so happily I put on red today. God be showing out. Thank you, Miss B. So I'm about to get out and run some errands. But wanted to pop in and say hello. I still have some videos that I need to edit. As you can see, I did my birthday hair last night. Y'all, let's go sit on the sofa. Let's go sit on the sofa. Ooh, baby, let me tell you something. I put the lotion on and baby, it is hot. It's, even though, let's see what the weather is outside. The weather outside says that it is 63 degrees with a high of 70. But baby, when I say hot, y'all know the routine. Because I need to open this door. I got the windows up and I need to turn the fan on. Hold, please. Okay, so we are back. And I'm going to post this vlog today. I still haven't even begun working on the Daytona Bike Week vlog. I still have some other stuff that is in the cooker that I need to edit. But one thing I did want to answer a question that Lisa Renee sent me on Instagram, and it is such a strong and simple question, but it's not an easy question because it's just not an easy question. But I said that I was going to answer your questions. And even though, a lot of it is going to go on, some of them, not a lot of them, some of them are going to go on the birthday podcast. Y'all, I had to think of podcast. I'm going to answer this one today. And the simple question that Lisa asked is, my birthday question for you is, what makes Chloe happy? Lisa, I don't know. I do know. I can answer without being too deep. My daughter makes me happy. My daughter's happiness makes me happy. Watching my daughter thrive as a beautiful, successful, smart, resilient, young woman makes me happy. Seeing my friends happy makes me happy. Of course, you guys know water and watching sunsets and sunrises makes me happy. Fall, even though it is a tumultuous time of the year, is one of my most favorite seasons. The changing of the leaves is what shows me that, God is real. Makes me happy. Food used to make me happy. It don't make me happy no more. I used to would say crab legs made me happy, but crab legs don't excite me anymore. A good shoe used to make me happy, but those are material things. They don't make me happy. Peace. When I knew what true Zenful peace was, is when I was the most happy. That peace and not worrying about things, not stressing about things, and just feeling the joy in my heart from being God's child is what used to make me happy. But I'm not there, but I'm getting back there. I'm getting back there. A good audio book that got a little bit of nastiness in it makes me happy. Riding in the car with that special someone and they reach over and grab your hand makes me happy. Because I feel like all my life I've always been the one to look for love from men and everyone else. So someone showing me that I matter makes me happy. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on who wrote that book, Terry McMillan. I'm still working on my getting back to happy. But getting up, I'll say this, what makes me happy. Being not afraid to pray and talk about God openly makes me happy. The sincerity in my heart whenever I pray to God and I pray for people makes me happy. Just buying a stranger lunch or paying for a stranger's food behind me in the drive-thru, or being in the store and seeing a elderly person trying to scrape together change to get something, and me saying, how much is it? And the cashier, and I say, just bag it up and give it to them and just put it on my bill. That makes me happy. Making others happy and seeing them smile, not for the accolades, because I do stuff all the time and I don't want the accolades for it, makes me happy. Seeing someone, for example, I saw so much joy. Yesterday I was on Threads and a young lady posted that she had been an addict for 26 years and that she was a year and like 4 months clean. That brought tears of joy to my eyes. That made me happy. Seeing other people overcome adversities in life makes me happy. I have to admit, a lot of my happiness comes from seeing other people happy. That's what makes me happy. Seeing others happy is seeing positive things happen, seeing people speak positive things, That's what makes me happy. Yeah, seeing others happy is what makes me happy. That's it. So me and my happy ass is about to get up, and it's 12:17. I still have not eaten. I've been really staying true to my intermittent fasting and not eating until 12. The thing is that when I finally do eat, I'm kind of like doing OMED without even trying to do OMED. Yesterday I had some Chipotle. I wanted Chipotle so bad, and I ate probably about a third of the bowl, and then I threw the rest of it away, and I didn't eat anything. I didn't even put another piece of food in my mouth. I did drink some tea. Here's another thing that makes me happy. Knowing where I used to be with how hard I partied and was drinking and drinking and drinking and smoking weed and popping X pills and gummies and edibles and smoking hookahs and cigars and self-medicating for so long. I'm not sober. I'm not in sobriety, but being able to not even partake, like, it's really not my thing no more. That makes me happy. It makes me happy because my father was an alcoholic, because my brother was an alcoholic. And so those genes are in our family, and being able to have self-control, that is what makes me happy. I've come a long way from who I used to be. I used to be a hothead. I used to fight. I used to be a cusser. Being cognizant of not, sometimes I'll take a F-bomb and say freak or forget it, or just don't even try and even find a substitute for it. Just don't use it. That makes me happy. Yeah. My resilience, my self-control, my blooming and blossoming into the woman that I am and the woman that I am becoming every single day, it makes me proud and happy. Whenever I look back at who I used to be to who I am now, it makes me happy. To have some people say, I know who you are. I ain't no rookie. That's what an ex told me some years ago. I know the real Chloe. You got all these people out here fool. I know the real Chloe. And he was trying to trigger me. And I didn't let him. So I guess also not feeling like I got to prove something to anybody about who I am, and knowing who I used to be and that I'm not that person anymore. That, my love, is what makes me happy. So I'm about to get out of here, go get me something to eat. I think I want some fish today. Maybe I'll go to Miss B's restaurant, Demetrius, to get me some flounder. Lish just texted, and she said that she wants to go to this place called Buena Vida Tapas off the Beltline for her birthday. So that's what we're going to do. So I got to figure out what I'm going to put on. All right, beautiful people. I will holler at you, lovely people, later. Love you. Bye. sitting in this ATL traffic. It's 2:51. I just left Perimeter Mall, and I don't even know why I went there, because it's not like I am celebrating my birthday. Did find out that they have a kickball tournament this Saturday up in Marietta, so I might take a ride up there for my birthday. Well, not for my birthday, just ride up there on my birthday. But then also the Hawks are playing, so maybe I'll go to the Hawks game. I don't know. Not sure if I'm going to take somebody with me, like my best friend, or if I'm going to just go by myself. I don't know. I'll decide. Gotta go home and find an Airbnb or a hotel for this UGA Florida game, because I don't know what happened, but baby, I can't do 20 people in a house, especially when there's a great deal of them that I don't know personally. I just need peace and quiet. I understand that, turn up a little bit, whatever, but it's too many young people. So me and Mo and Patricia are gonna find us an Airbnb. They may say that, we trying to act funny. Baby, we don't care. We are a part of the We Do Not Care Club officially. But anyway, y'all, I am actually, it's been a long, long time since I have worn weave that I actually like. And this used to be one of my signature looks. It has to be, of course, I have to have color. And this used to be one of my signature looks. And I wasn't so sure how this was going to turn out, and I haven't really cut it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to cut it. I trimmed this side a little bit because it was looking kind of crazy. I actually put it in, and yes, I did it myself. I actually put it in a way where I can part it down the middle, or I can do it to the side. Doing to the side is usually how I've worn most of my hairstyle. The swoop, the flip, the Farrah Fawcett, I used to wear parts sometimes, but this is mainly it. So this hair I caught on sale. Of course they say it's human, but it is what it is. But this hair I caught on sale for, $20.99 a bundle. So this is 3 bundles. I got like this much left, and I like it so much. Somebody just emailed me. I like it so much that I am about to run back over here to the beauty supply store. This beauty supply store is one I used to go to all the time, and it never ever lets me down, and it didn't let me down this time. But I'm going to go back over here to the beauty supply store and buy 5 bundles, because it was discontinued. The reason it was $5.99 is because it has been discontinued. And so I'm about to go over there and buy 5 more bundles, because I actually like this curl pattern. A lot of times I get the wet and wavy, but I actually love this curl pattern, and it dyed pretty well. I was afraid that it was going to, I could tell it's not like, it can't really be human hair, because whenever I shampooed it out, whenever it was, especially when it got to this color, when I touched the hair, it was hot, like melting hot. And so I know it can't be real synthetic hair if it was hot like that. But it doesn't even matter. I love the hair, so I'm going to go over here and grab me 5 more bundles. So I'll have it on hand, on deck, whenever I want. I don't know if I want to get a wig or get my daughter to do a wig. My daughter sells hair, but I be so wishy-washy with it, and so she be fussing at me about wasting her money and her hair. So I didn't want to do that this time. I could have, told her, well, I want this hair for my birthday and Christmas. You can combine them both, make me a wig, and that'd be my present. But I didn't want to do that to her. So, oh, honey, I need to get off, and I need to get all the way over so I can, I need to get over. But anywho, so that being said, it's so funny because one of my exes popped on, hold on, y'all. So one of my exes popped on my IG and was like, the hair is cute, but I always like your hair when you wear it short, natural, blah, 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 blah. And I just hit him with the thumbs up. And let me explain to you why. And this is a conversation that me and Lish actually recently had, and that I was actually going to bring to, you guys in a more, not a car chronicle. And I realized today I haven't done a car chronicle in a long time. But this is a conversation that I was going to bring to you guys in a more intimate setting, but it presented itself where I'll say it now. Lesson learned. And this is a lesson learned that I am speaking to my younger sisters, my younger daughters, my younger nieces, however you want to clarify it. And this is a lesson that I learned. Y'all know these hot flashes be whooping my ass. And I go from cold to hot, now I'm cold. That I've learned over the years, especially now that I finally reached a point in my life where, I'm, doing what makes me happy. I don't care about others' opinions to a degree. We always say, I don't care about what nobody else says. Nobody else is. Deep down inside, there's nobody on this God Green's earth that doesn't care about someone's opinion. You may do still whatever it is that you want to do, but you do pay attention to it. Okay, so that's that. So, in the past, I have switched up and taken into consideration too much what whoever I am dating or I am seeing thinks. I've adopted to accommodate them. But one thing that I have come to realize is that women are always tasked with changing who they are. We hear a lot where men say women are always trying to change them, but we never talk about the fact that oftentimes, I'm not going to say oftentimes, but sometimes men try and change women too. And it's not a bad thing to listen. It's not a bad thing to make adjustments. It's not a bad thing to take into consideration and tweak some things to please your mate. However, one thing that I have learned is oftentimes you will change who you are, or you will make changes to accommodate them. And okay, let me say this. My ex-fiance, for example. When I met my ex-fiance, y'all, these little hairs that be up on the hair be whooping my ass. Do you hear me? They be whooping my ass. They be getting on my nerves so bad. They be so, why are they so coarse? Why do you be having coochie hairs on your chin and your neck? They be so coarse. Anyway, or underarm hair, however you want to classify it, be hard. Anyway, so my ex-fiance. When my ex-fiance met me, I did not own one pair of blue jeans. Not even one. When my ex-fiance met me, I did not own any sneakers. We're talking 1998, 1999. Back then, the only thing I wore were, like, you remember we used to wear the leggings that had the stirrups on them? You remember when learners used to have the sets? I used to dress up everywhere I went. So, Dugan's, matter of fact, when I met him, I had on a nice sweater. I had on some slacks, tight. Well, they weren't tight. They weren't leggings like they are now. They were more dressy. And I had on some heels. Let me tell you how much I used to wear heels. I've worn heels to Six Flags. I've walked around Six Flags for hours in sneakers. You know what? I'm gonna back it up. I'm not gonna say I didn't wear sneakers. Because back when biking shorts was in style, I had the whole outfit. I had the top. I had the biking shorts with the pad in the crotch, and I actually had the biking shoes. And I've also had the Asics wrestling boots that they used to wear. So I'm not going to say I didn't wear, but I just wasn't a tennis shoe person. You know, I've had Reeboks, you know, here and there, but it wasn't like every time it was very rare you saw me out and I wore sneakers. So whenever I met my ex-fiance, I would always be dressed. I don't care. I didn't own jeans. I didn't care if we were going to Dugan Sports Bar, if we was going to the club. I was always dressed to impress. So whenever I met him and we got into a relationship, he would buy me clothes, but he would buy me sneakers. I acquired so many. Every time he would go buy him sneakers, he would buy me sneakers. He would buy me t-shirts. He started to buy me jeans. And we would get ready to go somewhere, and I'd be like, well, I need to, let me get dressed with my clothes. He said, just on a t-shirt and jeans. Why every time we go somewhere, you got to be dressed up? That was the conditioning and the changing. He didn't like for me to wear, he didn't like braids. And back then, that's whenever we were wearing the braided bobs. And we were wearing the micro braids, going to the African, and you was getting the micro braids that was curly on the end. He didn't like that. He didn't like any of that fake stuff. He hated it. He hated weave. And so, to accommodate him, I stopped wearing braids. I stopped wearing weave. I only wore my hair. I was wearing t-shirts. I would wear sneakers. I would wear jeans because that's what he wanted. I'm used to going to play putt-putt. I have on some heels and, some nice pants and a sweater or whatever. Chloe, you're doing too much. And so I dressed down to match him. So when he cheated on me and we broke up, I'll have to tell y'all about how I busted him cheating on me. That was a whole mess. Baby, whenever the phone company came out with three-way calling, and that phone where someone can call on the other line, you can see the number, caller ID, and then you can just add them to the call, and the person you're on the phone with, the person that you call and don't know that you're on the phone, and they've been adding a three-way, baby. That's whenever when I say it was crazy. So I have to tell y'all one day about how he got busted, and we broke up. So when we broke up, and here's another thing. His girlfriend before me was very, very thin, very thin. And so he had an issue with my weight. And he used to make these little snide remarks. Mind you, when he and I was together, I was 145. Right now, As of today, getting on the scale, I'm 203? What was I whenever I got on the scale the other day? 202? Yeah, something like that. But I was 145 and he had a problem with my weight because his ex-girlfriend, she was very, very thin. So I remember one time he said to me, I used to be so self-conscious about eating around him and go to Thanksgiving I remember going to Thanksgiving and not eating a lot. And we were at his family's Thanksgiving. And his mother or someone said something to me about me not really eating a lot for it to be Thanksgiving. And he said something along the lines of, yeah, because something, she gonna make me tie a rope around her and run her behind my truck. He had a Explorer. Yeah, he said that. So when we broke up and got the U-Haul truck to go over to the house because my daughter's bedroom set had been over there for like, I don't know, 3-4 months after we broke up, because I moved back home with my mom. So whenever I got ready to, I was moving into my own apartment. I'm in the wrong dang lane talking to y'all. Go to my apartment, and I went over there to pick it up. That's whenever I saw his girlfriend. Well, you know what? I'm wrong. I had already seen a picture of her, but that's whenever I actually saw his girlfriend. And here's the kicker, because he met her at grad school, the grad school that I had encouraged him to go back to school, because he went to school for mechanical engineering. He was a mechanical engineer, but he really, his passion was teaching. And even though his parents were against him entering into education because he made so much money as a mechanical engineer, me being the supportive fiance, I'm like, yeah, babe, go to, you really should, if that's what you want to do. And I knew that was his passion, then you should do it. And me encouraging him to go ahead and get back in school, that's where he met one of the women that he cheated on me with. They used to be studying together, the study group. Bullshit. So when I went to pick up my daughter's bedroom set from his house, she was everything that he said that he didn't like. I was 145, and she was not thin at all. She was not even close to being my size. Let's say if I was 145, she had to be 175. And she wore weave. She wore makeup. She was bigger than I. And his excuse was she wears weave because she models hair for her stylist or some crap he said. That was the first time that it dawned on me that a man will say that he doesn't like this and he doesn't like that and all of that, but will turn around and choose to be with someone that is exactly what he said he doesn't like. So that's that one. So let's bring it up to a little more recent. My ex hated sneakers or flats on a woman. He hated sneakers or flats on a woman. He loved for me to be dolled up. He loved the makeup. He loved the weave. He loved seeing me prettied up. And I always wore heels. That was just in me to wear heels. So it wasn't like a big thing for me because it was who I was. So that wasn't an adjustment that I made for him. I loved my weave back then. The bigger, the better. It was usually one of these colors. It was usually the Farrah Fawcett wings, or the flip, and or either the bob Chinese. I mean, I can probably insert. I can go find some pictures of how I used to wear my hair back then. I actually have a picture of here now that I will probably black out his face. I might show you, babe. I had some great contacts in. So, and he didn't care. He loved it. He just loved seeing a woman done up. So anytime that and then he'll tell you, even to this day, he'll say he loved to see a woman. He loves to see a naked woman, which is basically he loved to see. He loved me wearing my short shorts. He loved me wearing my tight clothes. I used to rock the hell out of some Darion and some baby fat because my waist was like this, and it made me look like I had hips. And I was, at one point when we first met, I was working out, so the booty was looking real cutie, and all of that great stuff. He loved it. And I remember one day I took my weave out and shaved my head and bleached it like you guys are used to me seeing me wear. And he hated it. He was very clear. He hated that look. Even though I had worn that look since 1990, I think it was 1996, 97. Jory's born in 95. I'll say 90. So let's say 97 is whenever I started shaving my hair and bleaching it. And he hated it. And that I wore that style probably for about 2 or 3 days, and then I put the weave back in because he hated it. And I wanted to make sure that I was appealing and attractive to him, even though I like rocking my short blonde hair. Okay, so let's fast forward to after we broke up. He also hated locks. He just hated. He didn't like natural hair. Let's fast forward to after we broke up. After we broke up, I found out that he had cheated on me with a girl that worked out at the gym that he went to, and she had locks. She was fine as hell, but she had locks. That was one. The woman that he eventually ended up with is almost a mirror image of me in certain ways. And that way is she wears her hair short, in a short boy cut, might let it grow out a little bit, curl up a little bit, bleach blonde. The very hairstyle that he said he hated is the very hairstyle that the woman he eventually ended up with wears. Not only that, but she wears sneakers. She wears athletic shoes. She wears athletic gear. I'm sure she has heels, whatever. But I know for a fact that she wears a lot of sneakers. She keeps her hair short like mine, bleach blonde. And so what that told me is stand firm on what makes you happy. Don't change who you are to please a man. You hear men all the time saying they hate weave, they hate this, they hate makeup, they hate lashes and all this other stuff. But the very men who say they hate all that don't pursue the women that don't wear all of that. 9 times out of 10, they're going to end up with a woman that looks exactly and wears all the things that he says that he doesn't like. So baby girls, my nieces, my sisters, my peers. Rock what makes you happy, because what makes you happy, what makes you feel beautiful, your confidence shows in you being true to you. Don't change. It's okay to make changes. It's okay to make adjustments and accommodations, but don't change in totality to please a man. Because I hate big ass beards, but if you was to say to a man that you want him to cut his beard off and just do a goatee and a mustache and stop dyeing it and leave it white, he will look at you like you damn crazy. And he will tell you, hell no, you don't tell me what to do. Stop trying to change me. I promise you, he will. I promise you, he will tell you that. So it's like you got to accept him for who he is, how he dressed. We've been telling men for the longest that we hate for them to be wearing their pants hanging off the back of their ass, but they still do it. So ladies, one thing that I have learned at this big age is to do what makes Clolita, Cassandra, Castleberry happy. That's my TED Talk for today. I'm about to go ahead and buy me some more of this curly hair and then go home, take me a little nap, do a little editing, slap this video up, and then me and Lish, we're going to celebrate her birthday. Happy birthday, Alicia. I love you, and I will see you later, girl. Love you guys. Bye.